Lena Bond from Chat Sports here, and it's time for Quick Hitters presented by Autolist. Check them out at Autolist.com. I'll be taking you through all the first-round matchups in the NBA playoffs happening this weekend, but first, some breaking news coming out of Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys have released wide receiver Dez Bryant today, per Adam Schefter of ESPN. Dez and owner Jerry Jones had a meeting at the Star, and it is speculated that a pay cut was not put on the table by the Cowboys organization. Dez was drafted by the Cowboys in 2010 and has not lived up to expectations since Dak Prescott took over for Tony Romo in 2016. It is the assumption now that the Dallas Cowboys will target a wide receiver early in the 2018 draft. I have a question for you guys though, so we're going to bring up a reaction poll. Did the Cowboys make a mistake by cutting Dez Bryant today? Go ahead and get those reactions in. A thumbs up for yes or a heart for no. Let's take it now to our NBA playoffs preview, and the first one we're taking a look at is Spurs at Warriors. This is the second time in a row that the Warriors and the Spurs are facing each other in a playoff series, and the second time without the services of Kawhi Leonard for the Spurs. Golden State is not as magical offensively without Steph Curry, but if the Dubs lock in defensively, this shouldn't be much of a series. Up next, the Wizards are backing into the playoffs after losing to the Magic on the last night of the season, and Toronto has also looked creaky the last few weeks. The Raptors always seem to struggle in the playoffs, and playing a talented Washington team seemingly won't make life comfortable. Up next, we have Heat at 76ers, and this may be the best matchup in the East bracket. The precocious Sixers versus the hardworking Heat, the process versus the culture. Philadelphia enters the series as the hottest team in the NBA with 16 straight wins, so the Heat are in for quite a challenge. Up next, Anthony Davis is in the playoffs for the second time in his career, while the Blazers are hoping to continue the success of a strong second half. The role players are going to be important here. If the Blazers' wings hit their threes, they become nearly impossible to beat. Up next, we have Bucks at Celtics, and there's some serious upset potential here, with Boston missing Kyrie Irving and Marcus Smart from the lineup. The Bucks will have the most talented player on the floor in Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that means something in the postseason. We have Pacers at Cavs, and Indy has been one of the best stories of the NBA season, and drawing LeBron James in the first round is an extremely unfair reward. We can spend time analyzing this series, or we can just acknowledge that there's no way LeBron is going out this early. Jazz at Thunder, and after Gordon Hayward left Utah and OKC added Paul George and Carmelo Anthony, who would have guessed that the Jazz and Thunder would meet in the first round of the playoffs? This is going to be a test for the Thunder, and the Jazz very well could pull this one off. And lastly, we have T-Wolves at the Rockets. Minnesota's reward for fighting tooth and nail to get into the playoffs is a dance with James Harden and the Rockets. I would be surprised if Harden, Chris Paul, and their gang of shooters don't end this series quickly. All right, guys, that was Quick Hitters. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Lena Bond Sports, and go ahead and give Chat Sports on Facebook a like as well so you know every time we go live. But until next time, we'll see ya.